we want to give you our top 5 defensive plays of the Nick Saban era at Alabama, presented by Mercedes-Benz of Tuscaloosa and Carty and Lloyd, attorneys at law. So let's get it going. Paradise going to make the magic happen right now. So here we go. Number 5, the date, November 8th, 2008. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The situation, LSU, Alabama tied at 21. LSU ball to start overtime. The Tigers facing 3rd and 6 from the Alabama 21 when this happened.
Got the big receivers in. Bird, LaFell, and Tolliver.
3rd and 6. Lee rolls right. Pulls up, goes into the end zone. Double coverage for LaFell. And it is intercepted. Rashad Johnson.
So there you go. Rashad Johnson, the all-SEC safety, ended up being one of the better defensive backs to come through the Alabama program in quite some time. Went on to an NFL career. The former walk-on who actually got his start at the running back position under Mike Shula, moved to the defensive side of the ball under previous secondary coach Chris Ball, and from there really took off as a defensive player. That's your number 5 choice. A few plays after that, we know John Parker Wilson hit Julio Jones on a back shoulder throw down inside the 5. Couple snaps after that, John Parker Wilson sneaks into the end zone. Alabama. And Nick Saban gets his first win over LSU as Alabama head coach. Number 4, it is Pasadena, California, January 2010. Alabama leads 17-6 in its matchup with Texas with 15 seconds remaining in the second quarter of the Rose Bowl. 2nd and 1 for Texas from its own 37. This is what happened next.
2nd and 1, Texas from their own 37. Garrett Gilbert, the quarterback. Utah shovel pass in the middle, picked up by Darius. Marcel Darius. Darius to the 15. He spins to the 5. Touchdown! Touchdown! Marcel Darius with flags on the play for celebration, but Marcel Darius picks up a Utah shovel pass, does a pirouette, the big man does, at 6'4", 296. Pirouettes at about the 10-yard line and waltzes in for the touchdown with 3 seconds remaining until halftime.
There you go. Marcel Darius, a few series, I guess, after sending Colt McCoy to the sideline for the rest of the game, had the big hit on Colt. Remember that? You can't forget it. Every time game's brought up to Mac Brown or Texas people in general, it's if Colt hadn't got hurt. But Colt did get hurt. And Marcel Darius had a hand in that. And then, of course, scoring the touchdown. That gave Alabama a 24-6 lead going into the break. You think this is going to be a rout. However, Texas, with Garrett Gilbert at quarterback, cuts the lead to 24-21 with 3:08 remaining in the fourth quarter. And it's 1st and 10 for Texas from its own 17 with the football, a chance to go down and take the lead late. But then this happened.
Gilbert fumble. Ball's loose. Bama's got it at the 3-yard line. The defense for the Crimson Tide.
Great time to call the blitz. Eric Anders comes off the left edge of the offense, the blind side. And just when I said they haven't given up a sack, Alabama dials up the blitz, and Anders makes it home, his 6th sack of the year.
Upshaw recovers it.
There you go. Before he was an MMA star, Eric Anders was an edge pass rusher of note. Didn't really fit the prototype of what Nick Saban likes at the jack linebacker position, right around 6'2", maybe 225, 230, but very productive nonetheless. Eric Anders with the sack of Garrett Gilbert forces the fumble. Courtney Upshaw recovers, lights out from there as Alabama beats Texas in the 2010 BCS championship game. Number 2 on the list. This wasn't a national championship game, technically, but it was. This was the 2012 SEC championship game in Atlanta, Georgia. The situation, Alabama leading 32-28 with less than 15 seconds remaining in regulation on a running clock. Georgia had traveled pretty much the length of the field behind quarterback Aaron Murray and that offense. First and goal for the Bulldogs from the UA8. And this is what happened next.
They can clock this ball right now, meaning ground it, or they can run a hurry-up play. The clock has started.
12 seconds to go. Murray got it, but the clock is running.
That's the one thing he didn't want to do.
Game over. Alabama faces Notre Dame for the national championship in Miami.
Aaron Murray looking to wide receiver Chris Conley in the right flat. A blitzing C.J. Mosley gets a piece of the pass, slows it down enough to force Conley to catch it awkwardly inbounds. He goes to the ground. No timeouts for the Dogs. The game ends right there at the 5-yard line of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And as you heard Vernon Lundquist said, it was on to South Florida, where Alabama easily took care of Notre Dame in the 2013 BCS National Championship game. And the number one defensive play of the Nick Saban era to date at Alabama, just a little more than a month ago, Atlanta, Georgia. Georgia leads Alabama 20-7 in the College Football Playoff National Championship game. 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for Georgia from the UA 39 with a 13-point lead and looking to knock out the lights of the Alabama Crimson Tide. This happened next.
Tight end, Blazevich, left side. Quarterback Fromm under pressure, stands in, throw, tipped, intercepted, Raekwon Davis. Raekwon to the 50. Raekwon down to the inside. He's to the 40-yard line. Raekwon Davis with an interception for the Alabama Crimson Tide. And now the pendulum has swung the other way.
Well, Eli, if in fact Bama can come back and win this game, we've got our turning point, because that was it. Georgia ready to put the hobnail boot on Alabama's throat, and Raekwon Davis comes up with the tipped interception. That ball actually went off the head of Deshaun Hand, who was rushing Jake Fromm. We were just bragging about Fromm protecting the football, but the big fella from Meridian, Mississippi makes his presence felt here in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
A 20-yard run back.
And Phil Savage said it best. Georgia looking to make that perhaps a 3-score game late in the third quarter. Yeah, I don't like Alabama's chances so much if that happens. And without Raekwon Davis's heads-up play, athletic play, not only that, but a return that spared Alabama additional deficit and also led to a field goal that kept Alabama to within striking distance. And we all know what happened from there.